Alright, here we go with the next Yu. This is episode 38, and we're going on one. 3, 2, 1. You know, I just realized we're not getting captions. That's a thing that should be happening. So, of course, as soon as I'm trying... There he goes. As soon as I'm trying to do the subtitles, they go away. There we go. Nobody cares. Besides, we already deduced this. Just die. Don't be all dramatic, just die. You know, the funny thing was, at first, the shit he was doing didn't make any sense. Then I noticed that there was patterns. It was creating patterns. It's too bad old boy didn't notice that. It should have been obvious, right? But it's very specific patterns, which I assume would be hard to do. It'd be like, because you're doing like this and you're pretending to try to hit him, splashing blood on him, you know, and to do it in a specific pattern, that would be very difficult. You're not using a brush this time, right? So that's a level of skill that, you know, you wouldn't have thought a moron like this would have been able to accomplish, but he did. Yeah, I will avenge you. Yeah, you're screwed. Yeah, that's not good. It was careless. It was dumb. You should have realized what he was doing. Yeah, by the rules. By the rules, I must consider that. Can we get the corpse out of the ring? Do you mind? Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate. Wait, the corpse is gone. What the hell? They, the sequence of events seemed immediate. We didn't see anybody carrying the corpse off. I'm not complaining because we need it gone, but apparently that did happen. Okay, because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not worried. Don't worry about it. Because I don't want to talk to you. Apparitions, huh? He's using the word apparition here. Yeah, I'm here and I'm smoking because I don't want you around me. Yeah. You talk too much. In front of the crowd, you're giving up all our secrets. He'll die, all right. This guy puts it out there, don't he? Oh, okay. See, this is what I was talking about. All right. How do you stall? How can you stall though? Like, all you have is you can talk. I don't know how that's gonna stall things. He's not gonna buy that. He's stalling. Okay, good. We're wearing the cloaks. That's kind of secretive. Hey, that's right. Keep talking. Right. But secret societies aren't trees. Metaphors are not literal things. Yeah. Tell you what, man. These shadow shinobis are kicking ass. The, you know, metaphorical. Hmm. Couldn't you just put on a disguise and go out and hang out in the real world? Hey, I guess I see what you're saying. Anyway, I'd like to recite War and Peace in total. Yeah. You know, you could have taken that the other way, right? The ninjas are revolting. Yep. They're getting uppity, is what I'm saying. Yeah, goddamn. I got wrecked. That dude got smoked. Okay, well, can we talk some longer? You don't control us. You're not the boss of us. I thought you wanted him to fight. Make up your mind. Somebody was saying it didn't matter whether she was a fox or a cat. It matters. See? She's acting like a cat right now, not like a fox. Cats are hypocrites, is what I'm saying. Damn, man, scared, man. Don't get nothing. What are you talking about? You're scared to get over there. Yeah. Well, nothing to do but die. Whistling hailstone bullets. See, that's what you get for stalling, man. You shouldn't have indulged my stalling. Yeah, yeah. Well, you just gotta let it wear out. Close the distance so he can't fire shit and just be stealing on him, man. Just be wailing on him. He ain't gonna be doing this shit if you're up in his face hitting him really hard. Yeah? Yeah. He can if you're right next to him, is what I'm saying. God damn. I mean, now that he can move, he can get out of the ring, right? That is a thing that can happen. And he can recover, get his energy back, and come back in and replace Yusuke again, right? That's how that can work. Do what? Yeah. What? Once the fight started, you can't swap him out. I guess. I guess that's what they're saying. It has to be between rounds, right? Yeah. F heroism. Yeah, like he said. You got the baby sweating over here, man. Hey, Damon, why don't you take a seat? Standing behind him. Ugh. Look, I'm trying to indulge these scenes, but they're wearing me out here, man. Nobody cares about your stupid ass comedy relief. Back to the damn plot, man. Ugh, shut up. It doesn't even work as comedy relief because it's not funny. Hey, yeah, exactly. Why? What are you going to do about it? He's making idle threats. Says, I don't suggest you try it again. Or what? Well, maybe he can use his blood to muddy the waters. Hey, okay, yeah, exactly. Good shit. Yeah. Why are you rubbing your chest? Yeah. That's right. Why are you so obsessed with Gamma? Why don't you be your own man? What would you have done if you'd fought me first? It's before Gamma fought me. He's hiding behind Gamma's skirts, man. Everything he's doing is predicated on what Gama did to this dude. So in other words, you would have got rolled if you come up in here first. Just as I thought. Yep. Thank God. Thank you, Gama. Thank you for saving me. I would have lost. Then again, her bloodlust seems like a Foxy thing, right? And the blood is flowing. Maybe you're weak. You ever think of that? Because I think you are. That's why you're so reliant on Gama. He stepped up in there like, in Gama we trust. I don't know, man. Yeah, he's stalling again. Yeah. You can't resist talking, can you? I'm talking about this so much. Because obviously Red is talking on purpose. You're not going to have to worry about it. You're going to be too dead to worry about it. Yeah. I fell right into his trap. I expected Gama to save me. That means you have to get in close, right? Wow, people. Hey, did you just give him the middle finger? That's not very nice. Dude, he's like 3 fights in, just recovered his physical abilities, bleeding, his soul is trapped, and you can't finish the job. Well, you really do suck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so if he loses, he can't go back in. Okay, I got you. Now, if he wins, you could probably swap him out between rounds, right? And then he can come back later. Yep, that's some blood. It might be just enough blood. Like I said before, whatever you think's happening is not what's happening. So we think he's losing, it means he's winning. We think he's dying, that means the other guy's dying. Yeah. He does seem to be doing that, doesn't he? I'm gonna bleed till I win. Yusuke can't control this until you step out and he's out there. I'm glad they shared a moment, though. Well, I'm prepared to die. Come on over. He's playing possum like a mo. I don't think you have. I don't know. I have been seeing a love in, though. It's like, ooh, you must be old and experienced. My soul is back, bitch. Yep. He died as he lived, relying too much on Gama. He would have mopped the floor with you on an even playing field. They'd both been their first fight of the day. He would have mopped you, man. Yeah. Yeah. Good shit. Just die. Dumbass. That's right. Hey, man. Ride or die. God damn, she kills slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has she ever had any exposure? You know, the terrible ass bully mother. Has she ever had any exposure to this world before? She's taken all of this in stride, man. What's up, bruh? I think I'm just gonna do my best to ignore these scenes from now on. Every now and then they give you a tidbit of information, so I won't like go la 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 or anything like that. But I'm not gonna engage with it. Damn, you're only up to 6, 9, 10. That's right, bitch. Yeah, boy, she was holding that 9, wasn't she? She was holding that damn 9. God damn, she's in the bag for the other teams. Shut up. Kick him in the teeth. With pleasure. See, this is why I'm not a main character. I don't have main character energy. I have F this guy, kill him off energy, which is not main character energy. Nobody would watch that show. You want to go out on a date after this? I mean, we all know where this is going, right? You're old and experienced like me. Meanwhile, I have an allergy to plants and now I have one growing out of me. I'm going to be very itchy in the future. Yeah. Well, is he really dead? Yeah, look at that ear. He's on some Whitebeard shit. Her ear. That was a brilliant animation choice. Yeah, we know. The cheating is starting to get on my nerves. I mean, it's just, it's. I'm kind of with him, man. This is. The cheating's getting on my nerves, man. I mean, I get it. Yeah, please behave yourself. Damn. Kitten? Is she a cat or a fox? Make up your damn mind, man. He called her kitten. Okay. Congratulations. You hit somebody who's unconscious. I'm a fox, not a kitten, just so you know. Then fight Yusuke. Yeah. Boy, she's the worst counter I've ever seen in my life. Did I see plants coming out of the back of it? Corrupt rulings. It kind of reminds me of. I know I try not to cross shows too much because there may be people who haven't seen One Piece yet, or maybe you don't give a shit about One Piece. But there was a particular. I'll keep it vague so there's no spoilers. But there was a particular character who's like a boss, right? And our main character wanted to fight this boss. But my God, there was like rows and rows and rows of people trying to prevent this matchup, right? Like all of his minions. You have the boss, then he has lieutenants, then he has captains, and then he has smaller people and stuff like that. And they're just all these different minions, and they were so desperate to keep the main character from fighting their boss that it got to the point where the inescapable conclusion was they're afraid that the main character is going to beat the boss. Like if you're that, I mean, we're talking about death. We're talking about oh my God, no, clutching onto the ankles and just non-stop, like he could not get up to the room where the boss was. It's just every time he turned around, he tries to take 2 steps up the steps, somebody else jumps him, and up here, no, I won't let, they're literally saying the line, I won't let you reach him, and all this stuff. And you get to the point where you're like, wow, they are terrified. They must think that the main character is just going to mop the floor with the boss. Why are they so terrified of having these two fight each other, right? It gets to that point. It's just got to a ridiculous level of adversity, And it got frustrating to watch because we just want to see the matchup. And clearly the author is throwing in all these roadblocks to stretch it out, make it take longer because, we have to have 5,000 episodes and shit, right? This is starting to feel that way in a different way. It's starting to feel like, you can't have it both ways, right? On one hand, the show expects us to believe that this is the weakest team we've got, right? They're super weak, and that anybody could beat them, and because they're just humans and all this stuff, and they're super weak, and it's ridiculous to think they have any chance at all. But at the same time, every time we turn around, there's some kind of cheating mechanism. They have to do 4 extra fights than the other people do, and all this rulings here, and there was another ruling somewhere else that was helping them, and all this shit. And it's just you get to a point where it's like, does the rules committee or the people in charge of fight, do they know how strong all these people our team are? Are they scared of them? Are they scared that they're going to win? Why all the cheating, right? It makes you wonder, and it could be another angle here, which is the gambling thing that's going on in the background. We've got one guy that's gambled heavily on the humans, and the others have gambled on the other, basically the field, I think is what it is. Not any particular team, but just the field against the humans, which you can do. You can say, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL playoffs or the field. So if any team other than the Kansas City Chiefs wins, you win money. Now, you don't win very much money because the field is, you get shitty odds, right? You bet 100, maybe you get $150 back or something, right? Where if you bet on Chiefs, you get $5,000, right? The odds won't be good. But, so I think maybe some of this is the gambling thing. They really don't want the guy who bet on the humans to win. It could just be that. But you would think, just by the very nature, they're just humans. We've never heard of these people before. They've never fought before. We don't know any of them. Any of these teams are kind of intimidating. You think they would just automatically win. You wouldn't need to cheat so much, you know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick wasn't cheating against the Jacksonville Jaguars or the New York Jets. He was cheating against the Steelers and the Raiders and, the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys, the good teams. He wasn't cheating against the shitty teams. Why would you cheat against shitty teams? You know what I'm saying? So it's frustrating as a viewer that we're just getting this constant barrage of cheating. It's getting annoying. But there seems to be something behind it is what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. There's something behind the cheating because there's another story going on in the background. We're only seeing little pieces of it. The gambling thing, I think there's something else. It's like a cabal of people who are conspiring against them. Maybe humans winning this tournament could shake the foundations of the demon world, right? People could lose faith in the fact that demons will eventually take over the world or take over Earth or to some, I don't know. There could be a bigger story happening here because they just seem adamant and obsessive and almost panicked. The level of cheating that's happening here, they just seem like panicked that there's like any glimmer of chance that the humans can win. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where my mind's going right now. It's so in your face that there has to be something. There has to be more going on here. You know. And of course, then you strip all that away. Then you just have the narrative device of, at this point, episode 38, we feel pretty good about our people. They're good fighters. We're not too nervous when they go into a matchup. So you got to do something to kind of hurt them and cripple them and impede them in certain ways, so that then the tension is back and we think there is a chance they could lose. There's that, but that's just a surface level writing shit. I'm talking about the other stuff, right?